Hello, Ravenclaws. How are you? I'm doing all right. Tell you what, I'm doing something a little different today. Not like I planned it this way, but I'm kind of liking it. Like, I did a whole bunch of chores earlier, and then I recorded Hufflepuff, got it posted, did some more chores while it was processing, did the exact same thing with Slytherin, did stuff while it was processing. Now I'm recording you guys, and but do some more stuff after I'm done recording while it's processing. What I'm actually going to do is cook dinner. My mom volunteered me, which is so nice of her, as I've kind of been going since 4 o'clock this morning, but hey, that's all right. I'm feeling pretty good. So, the other thing is I'm going to really try to stick with Saturdays for my uploads, but I can't guarantee what time. The last 2 times, and pretty much all the other times that I've done these readings, for the most part, I've done them on Friday nights to upload them for Saturday. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, they're going to be on Saturday, but I've been just really trying to kind of get my life to where I am happy. And I feel that if I pressure myself and think of this as a job, as an obligation, it's going to put a bad taste in my mouth, because this is really something that I wanted to do. And that's what I want to do this. I want to do this because it's fun. It's a nice idea. It sounded like a good idea at the time when I made this board, and I put a lot of effort into it, which for you guys, I think I did it in my explanation video when I first started doing this. I stuck with the eagles because that's what's in the book. I didn't go with the raven. And this particular shield, oh gosh, the coat of arms, the thing, what the hell is it called? Anyways, this right here, I'd found somebody had designed this, and then when I went back to find it, because for whatever reason when I saved it, it didn't save, I guess. I don't know. Basically, I couldn't find it again. So, yeah. Anyways, if anybody was wondering why there's no raven in the Ravenclaw, it's because I chose to go with what the book says rather than the movies. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and get started with your guys' reading. Okay, that's enough rambling on. And we're gonna split right there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one, but I'm not gonna take those cards. Ooh. Yeah, not doing it. If they want to come out, they will come out shortly. Also, yeah, that was the other thing. So I'm also not going to pull a specific amount. It might be 4, it might be 8, it might be some other random number. Slytherin didn't have a clarifier card from the Harry Potter tarot deck. Instead, it had 10 of these cards. So, we'll see. I'm just not going to pressure myself. I'm going to go with whatever feels right. Because honestly, I have noticed that just pulling the general energy of others, yeah, I've already noticed it. It already does have a feeling to it. And I'm trying to, in my mind, make myself think of it as just, this is something good. This is something I want to do, something that's good for me. Yeah, while I work through my own stuff, I can kind of learn from the collective. It sounds like an idea, okay? That's just what I'm going to do. So far out, we have Stan Shunpike, and we've got, is it Narlac? Narlac. Yeah, the guy from the speakeasy. Oh, didn't you? Oh, I was just looking at the 2 last readings that I did for you guys, and one of them was that there was a there's some kind of lie, something about the truth has to come out. But then last week's was like not to go shouting your new idea to the world. So maybe like the truth has to come out, but you don't need to. Well, that doesn't sound right. Yeah, I don't know. Next is Dean Thomas, and I will tell you one thing. I don't know if I said this in my little write-up review of that particular deck. That's the Half-Blood Prince top trumps card. I hate the way Dean Thomas looks in this. In fact, he's in one other set, which if I'm not mistaken is one of the Deathly Hallows one. I hate how he looks. There's a million other like happy poses of him, and everybody else's looks pretty decent. To me, that just like the lighting is dark on it, and to me it also looks like a mugshot. Just the way that it looks, like he doesn't look happy. He just, I don't know. I'm just not digging it. I hate that picture of him. I just think they could have chosen a different one. All right, next is Fluffy. What else we got? Stan Shunpike is kind of a, not unique. That's not the word I'm looking for. And I want to say interesting because I happen to say interesting a million times in the Slytherin reading, and then I did it again this week. So, come on. There you go. So, let's, okay. Okay, let me pull a clarifier for you guys while we look at those. And just, okay, so it's the potion box, Harry Potter's glasses, Draco Malfoy, and Pavarti Patil. I don't think I ever pronounced her name right. Ever since I watched Survivor, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I just pronouncing it all wrong? Is it Parvati? Parvati? Pavarti? Like, is it like Havarti? Cheese? You know, like, is it Havarti? No, because I think Havarti cheese is H-A-V. Oh, why am I shuffling them? Oh, you big dummy. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, that's why I was shuffling them. There we go. The star. Oh, that's such a pretty card. Oh, God, that looks so beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That's just so pretty. Yeah, and they're approaching the castle right there. I don't know why, I just really love the way it looks in black and white. It's kind of crazy. Okay, all right, so give me a minute. Okay, so I'm kind of being pulled to this card because with the star here, I'm not religious at all, but it's giving me that whole little town of Bethlehem vibe, right? Like I want to sing that song as I'm looking at this picture. It's just a star, but I think maybe that's just why I'm so drawn to it, and with that, it's giving me this overall message of, you know, of hope. And so I'm trying to see where in that comes into play, because I'm seeing duplicity here, right? They're both, all three of them, they're pretending to be something, like they're putting on a face, they're putting on a mask, right? And even with Parvati, it's, you know, she has a twin, right? So she's already naturally like one half of And now, granted, I don't know if in the book they're identical twins. I know in the movie they're not. Um, but then, I mean, if you think about it, who they are when they're not, like that's a whole nother. It's the same face, but it's such a different persona that in some ways it, okay, it could be a different face. So I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now. And Fluffy, you got the three heads, right? And what is it? Was it another? Is it a snake or something? There's some kind of snake. Oh, and I was just listening to the book the other day, and it's one of the three-headed snakes in the Fantastic Beast book. And it says that a lot of times you will see one of these snakes with only two heads as opposed to a third, because like each head is for something else, and usually the one is for I don't know, maybe dreaming, and one is for, I don't know, but the third one is the critic. Okay, so usually these two will like chop off, eat the third head. Now that is in the snake, that's not in the three-headed dog, but it's making me think of that, like these. You know what else it reminds me of? In the Twilight movies, at the end of the first part of Breaking Dawn, when Bella is transforming and she's laying there and she's not moving, nothing's happening, but then they do those little flash scenes where you see her head is just going crazy, right? She's just moving back and forth because she's changing, right? But you can't see that because it's in her head. That's also what this looks like to me, is like this confusion. Yeah, that's how I'm reading it as, is confusion. So, but what are we confused about? That's what so confusion, normally I read the potion box as like a toolbox, right? Like normally when this comes up, I see it as like you have everything you need. You have all of your ingredients. But right now, I'm seeing it as like, okay, so you have all 6 bottle thingies here, right? You have these vials here. I don't know what that is. Is that like, maybe some cards or a box or something? But then there's like this empty void space. I never really noticed that before. Right there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, that's kind of making me think like, maybe the confusion is like, okay, well, what else do I need? What else do I need? When these come up, it hasn't been different yet. But when these come up, I think of in National Treasure, where they find the glasses that Ben Franklin made. And, they're like a way to see the treasured past or something like that. And, and with the glasses, and these ones do not have the breaks in them. So not necessarily the past, but definitely like, okay, a way to see it better, like to bring it into focus, which then brings me to Dean Thomas. What the hell does he have to do with this duplicity, with this confusion, with this trying to figure out like who's friend, who's foe? Because realistically, like, she's the only one that's really like a good guy. I mean, Stan could be considered a good guy, except he gets put under the Imperius curse. And basically the reason why Mad Eye died was because he gave it away that, hey, there's Harry right there, and just that the whole thing, the whole shebang, right? I mean, he's probably not directly the reason why that Mad Eye was killed, but I mean, he gave it away. He said, hey, that one's Harry. So with Dean, I just don't feel like he had a big enough part. I feel like there was a couple of things that he did do. Was he part of the, I think he was part of the radio thing, right? Wasn't he one of the announcers on there? See, I'm stuck on Lee Jordan, but I don't know that. I feel like Dean Thomas was actually the one that was doing part of the, the call out on the radio and the Deathly Hollows, that whole thing. Like sending out a message or whatever. But because I'm not 100% sure on that, I'm gonna go with what my first thought was he's a distraction. He's a distraction, but maybe he's also the clarifier. Like Ginny really has it for Harry, but she's going to continue living her life and she's going to continue exploring and doing what makes her feel good because why are you going to sit around and wait on a guy who is really not even paying attention to you? So, and yeah, well, why wouldn't he date Ginny? Like, Ginny's gorgeous, she's smart, she's perfect, okay? Was she just using Dean? I don't. I mean, she could have been. It's possible. Or maybe she just was dating him to just date somebody. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent there somewhere. I'm getting lost in that. I feel like maybe that's what you're missing, Ravenclaw. Maybe that's, ooh, ding, ding, ding. That just hit me like a ton of bricks. I think you're thinking too much. I think you're trying to figure out everybody and what part they play too much, that you're just going crazy. Your head's just spinning, and you're like, what am I missing? What am I missing? I can't see it. Well, what you're missing, honey, is hope. Sometimes you just need to like throw in that towel and just be like, all right, roll those dice. Just take a chance. I think a lot of this has to do with just take a chance. I know how I'm getting that. I don't know if you understand how I came to that. But that's what's coming in like really clear for me right now, Ravenclaw. I sure hope that helped somebody. Wow. Okay. Same time next week or sometime Saturday. Yeah. I will see you then. I love you guys. And take care. Bye.